All right.
I found something out. We are in a pregnant year.
Oh, yes?
So the fat
Going to be giving
year.
birth?
Yes, the fat year, the pregnant year. So we're in the second month of Adar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pregnant year.
That's
Huh?
what it's called.
Yeah.
Yep, because it is just starting.
It's
Out of
just
tune.
starting at the new moon the other day, and I checked. There are people that track the barley harvest.
Oh, really?
Because at the 12th month, you check to see if the barley's in Abib. If it's not, then you automatically, in ancient days, would go into a second month. You would add a 13th month. You'd automatically have a pregnant year because you can't have a first fruits offering if the barley's not in Abib because there's nothing to offer.
Nothing to offer.
There's nothing to offer. So it ended up being that the barley is not in Abib.
Oh, it's not.
It is not. So that means automatically you would have a second
one, Adar.
Adar.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So Nisan doesn't get to begin yet.
Yeah.
And because you can't have first fruits. And hence you would break, first fruits, it's interesting how that works.
Yeah.
The first fruits in the month of Abib, or, the barley being Abib, dictates when Passover happens.
Yeah.
Because it works in reverse. And it also dictates when Pentecost happens.
Sure, well, it's all
you
driven,
have
right.
the counting of the Omer.
Right.
So first fruits really is the pivotal point as to when Passover happens, unleavened bread, obviously first fruits, and then Pentecost. And it also determines when the counting of the new year begins, at which new moon, which springtime new moon. Because it's at the new moon you have to, if there's no barley in Abib at the new moon, that's it. You have to automatically extend it 1 month.
Yeah, makes
Isn't that interesting?
It makes sense for the timing of the agricultural schedule, but it affects everything else.
The calendar we're working off of here is one that's utilizing the secular calendar. Nisan
Sure.
It's not counted as the first month of the year, so it's a secular calendar. But it's also the one that was instituted in the 300 ADs. It's running automated right now, and it just so happens that it was correct.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. It just so happens that it added that month.
Yeah.
And I just think that's intriguing. How did the barley know? Huh?
Amazing. That's funny.
That 12 months would not be adequate this year, that we'd need that 13th month. How did it know?
Less with regard to the timing of hitting the thing, of knowing when, because it also deals with where that is being checked, the barley.
Yeah, it is. They check it all the time.
Yeah, where the crop actually is being checked, though.
The temple, I think it's the Temple Institute. They have several crops around the nation of Israel that they check, that are the official crops. They also check the wild crops.
We got. All right. I gotta say, because I started thinking, I started recording. I gotta make sure, because if we're doing two, we gotta be conscious of our time of our card.
We just did a little before.
We did it before.
We did. All right, we better start the clock. We'll see you in a second.